Tonight, a dramatic shootout between two cars ends in a head-on collision. Now, police are investigating. Residents of a usually quiet Milwaukee, Wisconsin street were shocked to hear gunfire ring out Sunday night.
It sounded like a bomb exploded close to my house.
Two vehicles seen in this video sped towards each other, occupants exchanging gunfire, according to police, before colliding, spinning on the road. Video from an area resident then shows some suspects fleeing the scene.
We talk about gun violence on the East Coast and the West Coast, but what about the Midwest? What are you seeing there?
Almost every city has experienced a significant increase in shootings and homicides since the latter part of 2020 or 2021. The Milwaukee year-to-date change in homicide is 96% right now. That means that their shooting increase is, it's through the roof.
Just this weekend, the U.S. saw 9 mass shootings, which left 8 people dead and more than 60 injured. In this case, police say an 18-year-old was treated at a hospital for injuries, and 7 people were involved, 2 minors, one just 15 years old.
What is the human cost of the gun violence we see in the U.S.?
I think the human cost is immeasurable to some extent. Certainly the families that have been impacted by gun violence, the victims and their families. But then I think, we've also seen, significant increases in arrests.
At the scene, police say they found 2 guns, and neighbors say they're still in shock.
Shaken up to no end. I'm still shaking from last night. I couldn't sleep last night.
Another woman who asked to remain anonymous due to safety concerns tells NBC affiliate TMJ4 she was driving home from a grocery run with her daughter when it all began.
Then all of a sudden I just see a boy just lean over out the car and just start doing shots. I think we're just in shock, like we just slammed the brakes and then we were just like the immediate response was to get out of there and get to safety because my daughter was in the car.
We assumed that with the pandemic slowing down and things getting back to normal, that our shooting and homicide problem would at least start to level off or preferably go down. But unfortunately, we continue to see these numbers increasing.
All right, Zinclay Esamoah joins us now live. Zinclay, is there any type of manhunt? Have they been able to track down these suspects at all? What do we know?
Yeah, Tom. So the Milwaukee DA tells us that the suspects are not in their custody, but that they will review any charges that play out. And while the numbers around gun violence in Milwaukee are pretty wild, you'll remember I said a 96% increase in homicides in that city. The expert I spoke with, Professor Herman, points out that cities overall actually need to do a better job reporting their crime and gun violence data. On Monday, the FBI did not release crime data trends by region of the country. And the professor says that's a big, somewhat unprecedented deal. And as gun-related crimes increase, Tom, around the country, he says it's important that cities accurately and thoroughly track what's happening.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.